The meeting of Republicans here in Richmond was supposed to be the coronation of Paul Tribble, and in fact it still is. By this time tomorrow, he will have the GOP Senate nomination. But what no one had planned for was the political resurrection of independent Senator Harry Byrd. If Byrd decides that he wants another term in the Senate, and some insiders tell me he may make that decision next week, it could mean big trouble for Paul Tribble. The petition drive to put Senator Byrd on the ballot continued feverishly today in Richmond, while Congressman Tribble tried to work the crowd and solidify his support. And in talking with some of the delegates from Tidewater, they say they won't switch horses and they won't back Byrd.
It would be a very big mistake because I think if they would do that, I think it would almost assure a Democratic win. And I don't think it would be wise for anybody to, from our position anyway.
Would you still support Paul Tribble?
Absolutely. I certainly will.
Did you support Senator Byrd in the last election?
Yes, I did.
Why would you change to Paul Tribble?
Because I think this is Paul Tribble's year, and I think that Paul Tribble is going to be our senator in the 80s. And I think it's time that we had a vigorous, new leader for the state, and I think he's the man to do it.
And the man who has the most to lose believes Byrd will stay out of the race.
Well, you know, Senator Byrd made a decision to retire after a lot of thought and consultation with friends and family, and I believe he'll stick to his guns.
But there are a lot of people out there working for him, and they say that they wouldn't be working for him if he wasn't behind pushing him.
Well, I don't know. The senator keeps his own counsel. I guess we'll just have to wait until Monday or Tuesday and find out what, in fact, he will do.
Today's session of the Republican convention here in Richmond was pretty routine. As you can see, only a handful of the delegates bothered to show up. The keynote speaker tonight, though, is Representative Jack Kemp of New York. We'll tell you what he had to say tonight on the 11 o'clock edition of the Daily News. Meantime, though, in the western part of the state, the Democrats are trying to figure out who to put up against Paul Tribble and possibly Senator Byrd. With more on the Democratic State Convention in Roanoke, here's Joel Rubin.